Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into something huge. How do you get modern 21st century technology into classrooms, especially when it feels completely out of reach financially? Well, we've found this incredible story coming out of Pakistan that's basically turning that entire problem on its head.
You know, if you're involved in education, running a school, a college, maybe a coaching center, this question is probably one that keeps you up at night. You see the amazing tools out there, you know your students deserve the best, but that price tag, it always seems to be a roadblock.
And for the longest time, that's just been the hard truth of the matter. The ambition to upgrade is absolutely there, but the idea of pulling together a massive upfront payment for new hardware, it's just not realistic for most schools. But what if that whole way of thinking is just wrong? There's a company in Pakistan that's making a big bet that the problem isn't a brick wall, but just a door that needs a new key.
Okay, so let's dig into the heart of the issue. Every single school wants to bring in modern tools because we all know that interactive learning is better learning. But there's always been one major hurdle: the cost.
And a huge reason it's so expensive really just boils down to one word: imports. When every piece of essential IT gear has to be shipped in from overseas, the costs just stack up, pushing this vital technology just out of reach for the educators who need it most. And this is where Amtech Systems enters the story. Now, this isn't some brand new startup jumping on a trend. They're a company that's been around for 22 years, with really deep experience in the region, and they've decided to tackle this problem head-on. And they've absolutely got the receipts to prove it. We're talking more than 5,000 of these interactive boards already up and running in classrooms across Pakistan, the Middle East, and Africa. So they're not just guessing what schools need, they've been on the ground, seeing the challenges for years. So what they've done is create this fantastic before and after scenario. The old way was just a mess, right? You had to source expensive imported tech, then somehow find all the cash to pay for it up front. The Amtech model just flips the script. It's a joint venture to keep costs down, an installment plan so you're not crippled by a lump sum, and one local point of contact for everything. Simple. So, what is the actual piece of technology we're talking about here? Because this is way more than just a screen. It's a tool that has been specifically built for the classroom environment, and it's backed by a company with decades of software experience. I mean, think about the journey of the classroom board. We started with the humble whiteboard, static, simple. Then came the projector and smartboard combo, which was a step up, but let's be honest, it was often clunky and complicated. The TouchPro Plus is that next big leap forward. One single, powerful, do-it-all device. So on one level, it's a really zippy Android 14 device. That means it's fast, it's familiar to anyone who uses a phone, and it's upgradable, so it's not going to be obsolete next year. Plus, boom, you get the entire Google Play Store for all the educational apps you can imagine. But here's the absolute magic trick. With just one click, it becomes a full-fledged, properly licensed Windows PC. No extra computer to buy, no more spaghetti monster of cables behind the desk. It's literally two powerful computers in one sleek machine. And just stop and think about what that really means for a school's budget. It means they don't have to buy an interactive screen and a separate desktop PC to run it. That computer's already in there, saving them somewhere around 3 to 3.5 lakh rupees right off the top. That's huge. And they've clearly thought about what a real classroom is like, a little chaotic. The AI is smart enough to read a teacher's scribbled handwriting. Multiple kids can use the split screen at the same time. It's even water-resistant and built tough. Plus, with a beautiful 4K LG display and essential apps like Zoom, Teams, and Khan Academy already loaded, it's ready to go on day one. Okay, but even with all those savings from the built-in PC, that big upfront cost can still be a deal breaker. And this next part, this is the real key that unlocks it all for the Pakistani market. They created a 0% installment plan, and this is so important. It's not just zero interest. It's specifically designed to be Sharia compliant. They understood that for so many school owners, finance and faith go hand in hand. This isn't just a payment plan. It's a plan built on understanding and respect. And they've made the whole process super simple. You fill out an application, they do a standard credit check, you get the green light, and that board can be installed and running in your classroom in just a couple of days. It's that fast. So let's look at the actual numbers for a popular 75-inch model. After that initial payment, the monthly cost is just 25,000 rupees. Now think about a class with, say, 40 students. That works out to just over 600 rupees per student per month. All of a sudden, this world-class technology becomes completely affordable and manageable. But here's the thing. Amtech isn't just trying to sell a box and a payment plan. Their whole approach is about becoming a real, long-term partner in education.
And this right here, this is the ultimate why. Why do all of this? Because the data is clear. Tech like this can boost a student's capacity to learn by as much as 60%. For any school, that isn't just a neat feature. It's a game-changing impact on the future of their kids.
You gotta love this quote from the company. It's so blunt, so honest. They're basically saying, hey, this amazing tool is useless if your teachers don't know how to use it properly, and we're gonna make sure they do.
And that's not just talk. They back it up with a whole success package. Teachers get free certified training with refreshers every few months. You get local warranty and service, and get this, if your board ever needs a repair, they'll give you a replacement board to use so your classes aren't disrupted.
You know, when you strip away all the layers, the technology, the financing, the training, it really all comes down to this one simple but incredibly powerful belief. It's a fundamental trust in the educators who are shaping the country's next generation.
And that's the big, inspiring question this whole story leaves us with. By taking away the financial roadblocks and wrapping it all in real, meaningful support, this could spark a genuine revolution in education. It really makes you wonder, what becomes possible when every student in every town has a window to the future right there in their classroom?